Yes. Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3. The only games where you get to commit a mass genocide against paranormal beings. I really enjoyed my time with Luigi's Mansion 2 when I was younger, so I was happy to get the Switch remake for Christmas. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I still haven't touched 3 in forever. So now this video turned into a double random games for my cabinet episode. I would do the original Luigi's Mansion 1, but I can't obtain footage with that without borrowing it from another YouTuber. And I don't think you guys truly get how difficult it is to just simply credit the YouTuber in the description. Anyways, I'll talk about Dark Moon first, and then 3. Then I'll compare the two, so now, let's get started. God damn, this one's overhated. Luigi's Mansion 2 is quite awesome. As usual, the game follows Luigi going to a mansion and clearing out ghosts and saving the locations. This time, he tries to take a nap before Egad gives him the ultimate middle finger, and is like, go repair the moon! That King Boo destroyed and split into pieces that you have to research the land for. So Luigi does that and has an epic showdown with the King Boo, yada yada yada, nap time again. Yeah, nice simple plot. While it's bare bones, I don't think it needs to be deep. I do like how they hit on King Boo's presence during the secret mine in Treacherous Mansion, though. The game's visuals are polished from the original and everything looks clean and does its purpose. I like the unique locations too, especially Treacherous Mansion with the final castle feel and exhibits from earlier mansions. The game also has some nice controls too. It's so much better sucking up ghosts on the Pro Controller compared to the 3DS. If I used my normal Switch Lite, then it would actually be close to the better controlling experience. It's also simple to understand as well. It gives you abundant mapping in the pause menu. Across the mansions, Luigi has to get keys and solve puzzles to get across. Unfortunately, some of these puzzles are a massive pain in the ass, especially the dark light ones, requiring you to find the most irrelevant missing detail. Besides those very few puzzles, the ones I had to use a walkthrough for were just me being a dumbass. I would talk about more negatives, but I don't think there's much besides the boss's difficulty being out of sort. The first 2 bosses are incredibly easy, but after that, it's way harder, especially the clock boss, which is the one I struggled on the most. And also King Boo being easily passable. Like, come on, I was expecting so much more. Still an awesome fight, though. I just want to talk about the ice boss real quick. This guy caused me so much trauma when I was younger, but now that I fight again, holy crap, this is fun as hell. It was such a nice breather after struggling with the clock boss for like 30 minutes. I brought it up to my older brother, who also had a miserable experience when he was younger, and knew what I was talking about. His face looked like he was suffering from immense PTSD when I said I beat the ice boss with ease. Besides that odd boss scaling, the difficulty is really handled well. The ghosts become more challenging and unique, and I really like that. One thing people hate a lot is the paranormal chaos level, but I think it's really well done, with the feeling of time pressure being done well. The massive boss wave is the hardest part of the game. I had to whip out an hour version of New Magic Wand to concentrate, and I fluked it first try after that. Thank you, Tyler. Remember when I said there was no other negatives? I kind of forgot about the mission structure. Yeah, it fucking sucks. I completely get what Nathaniel Mandy said in his marathon of the series about why we can't just explore the mansion normally without Egad calling us every nanosecond to say something we know already. He's the type of motherfucker to say killing people makes people die, I swear. Besides that, I think that's really got to say about Luigi's Mansion 2. On to 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 is also quite cool. It has way more plot. Luigi and his friends take a trip to a luxurious hotel and are welcomed nicely until night comes around. And King Boo, and with the help of the evil hotel owner, take all of Luigi's friends, except for him, cause Paul Armor, and now Luigi has to traverse the rest of the hotel, killing all the staff and saving his friends. Pretty awesome plot, and you also get more glimpses of the evil hotel owner and King Boo. Too bad the King Boo fight is much worse, relying you on to aim a stupid cursor to launch bombs into him. I swear the King Boo fight's stupid hard to beat if you don't have 10 moans up your ass. Obviously I didn't die 10 times, but this is stupid difficult to not die going in blind on a first playthrough. Luckily the game's visuals are still immaculate. Everything is just so beautifully done, from the Godzilla fight to the King Boo fight, and floor 14 is just so pretty. They nailed it out of the park. Fortunately, I can't say that because of the game's issues. Due to the new controls and abilities, the puzzles are much more complicated, and this image just guides it perfectly, honestly. There are just simply way too many cryptic and annoying puzzles compared to Dark Moon. Just to make it worse, I played the entire game with one of my friends, and the two of us combined couldn't solve some of them. The combat is really good though, being better than Dark Moon and being really fun and also more of a challenge. You get to whack the shit out of the ghosts. But the puzzles aren't the only cryptic thing here. There are so many fights in this game, especially the boss fights, where I had to figure out what I'm supposed to do. And even if it's obvious, some fights require the most annoying finicky timings ever, like the floor 7 and 12 bosses, with floor 7 somehow combining both of those elements into its boss, but somehow not as bad as the stupid B2 fight. After going through the most boring floor of all time, you have to fight the stupid boss using the crappy boat controls. There's a high chance that you will pop your own boat while running away or even trying to launch him into the spikes. And after that, he could spawn on the other side of the arena, and because there's no run button, you can't make it in time. Oh my god, B2 sucks so bad. And don't get me started on that damn cat. Due to those crappy boss fights and the stupid puzzles, the middle floors felt stupid sludgy. Luckily, the ending floors saved us really hard. But they are also very creative, which I can give this game too. You got a movie floor, a dance floor, a castle floor. It has so much variety. I gotta give this game props for that. But that's really about it. Time to compare the two games before giving them their respective scores. I think both these games are pretty good, but there are some things that each of them do better than the other. Mansion 3 does its visuals, plot, and combat better, but the visuals are expected because Dark Moon is much older and it's a remake. The bosses are a toss-up, however. 3 has more creative ideas, while 2 does its difficulty better. But Dark Moon does its puzzles, controls, and really most gameplay elements better. But really, it's mainly based on skill. 2 is way more beginner-friendly, while 3 is way more challenging and annoying to figure out. For that reason, I like 2 more, because I wasn't yelling at the top of my lungs during multiple bosses. But I will think 3 will be way better on the second playthrough, because remember, this is based on my first playthrough, so the issues still stand. But now that I've compared the games and talked about them for enough time, it's time to give them their final scores. Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon will receive a 9 out of 10, and Luigi's Mansion 3 will receive an 8 out of 10, placing them 2nd and 5th respectively on the random games for my category ranking. And, well, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Peace.